What's up, people? So today, as you can see, it's another green day in the market, and it really got me thinking, just how overvalued the market is with everything that's going on, the rising cases, unemployment, all that stuff. So I was really thinking, what's still on sale? What could I put some money into and make some money off of? So that's basically what this video is going to be about. But also, I found this cool article from Market Watch, just talking about the S&P 500's best quarters and what happens after the best quarters. So basically, no one really knows. And in the article, they even say, history, it's just a guide and a reference that we can use to kind of like try to predict what's going to happen next. But really, no one can predict the market, especially nowadays. It's just all over the place. So you don't have to listen to me. This is just what I'm doing, and I'm just sharing it on this platform. But yeah, it's an interesting article, and I wanted to highlight some things that I took away from it. So, taking a look at the article and the highlighted sections, they are stressing there is great uncertainty in the market, wider than normal. They still suggest that we are in a bull market. I mean, we're at close to all-time highs. And they also highlighted that there will likely be periodic setbacks. So basically, they're just covering themselves. Either way they go, they're going to be right. Oh, yeah, it goes up. They're in a bull market. It goes back. Well, they said that there's going to be periodic setbacks. So that's what kind of made me laugh. However, in a bull market and it's overvalued, I don't really buy on green days. Like today, I haven't really bought, but I've been looking for what's still out there. And I basically buy on the red days and dollar cost average down. That's my whole approach. I keep a lot of cash on hand for when those red days do come. And I don't try to time the market. It's one thing when it's a red day and you pick up some shares under your average cost, but don't just sit there and think, oh, it's going to go lower. Oh, it's going to go lower. I mean, I've done that with Tesla and I've learned my lesson. Tesla has a dip and I'm about to, submit my order, and then I'm like, oh, it could drop some more, and then Tesla shoots back up. So it's just not worth it. My whole thing is if it goes under my average cost, pick up some shares and kind of dollar cost average that way. So that's my approach to this crazy market that's going on right now. So some more highlighted sections from this article. Obviously, we know there have been reported virus spikes, and some places are even re-shutting down, like Texas. This really creates an uneven path going forward because when the economy reopens, we really don't know how people are going to react. And I doubt people are really going to be spending a lot of money. People are, saving this money as an emergency fund, as their cash reserves, and it makes sense. There's a lot of uncertainty, so I would do the same thing. However, this second quarter gain of 20%, so the V-shaped recovery we saw, was our fourth best quarter since 1950. And on average, the following quarter, so in this case Q3, would gain an 8% jump on three separate occasions following a double-digit fall. So that's very likely we see that if, J. Powell keeps holding the market up and we get more stimulus and an extension on that unemployment $600 stimulus. I mean, I see that being very likely if they do the three things that I just said. However, if they don't do more stimulus and they cut that unemployment check, I don't see how they're going to hold the stock market up. I know the Fed has been buying into like ETFs and index funds, and they're even going to buy into individual companies from what I've heard. I just don't think that can last forever. And that last section down there is pretty interesting. So there's one exception of a stock market crash following 9 of the 10 best quarters. So we could very likely see that. Let me know what you guys think is going to happen in Q3. And honestly, just be ready for a crash. Have your money ready and get ready for those deals. So I'm sure most of you guys know who this is. This is Jeremy from Financial Education. I'm sure if you're watching my channel, you definitely watch his channel. He's a huge YouTuber. He always covers different stocks and what's going on in the market. This was a great video, and he pulled up a lot of great history facts and just different times in the stock market. So go watch this video. I'll put the link in the description. Okay, so the main point of the video, the deals that I still see in this overvalued market. And once again, this is just my opinion. You guys need to do your own research, really look into the financials and dig deep before you load some money into these. All right, so when I have a position with MGM, I'm looking to add a position with. These casino resort stocks are open again for business. You just have to wear a mask inside. Obviously, they're not going to be at full capacity, but I could see them recovering and making a quick profit on these. As for the cruise lines, I don't have a position in any of those. They are risky and they're aiming to resume in September, but I really, I think like especially Royal Caribbean, they'll make it. I don't really know if any of them will go BK, but I'm going to reference a date where we saw a little preview of some good news and how quickly these would spike up and how much money you could make on them. As for Boeing, I'm long on Boeing. They're testing their 737. They're government backed. They're definitely going to be fine. I don't know when they're going to shoot back up to their like $300, $400 valuation, but I do think they would easily get back up to the mid 250s when all of this is over. And I really like the company. As for Disney, 100% all in on Disney. Like they're going to be fine. They have so much to their business. I'm long on Disney. And as for banks, banks are almost always a safe bet. I know Wells Fargo might cut their dividend next month, but we will see. And yeah, there's a lot of good discounts on banks right now, and most of them pay good dividends, especially like the Canadian bank stocks. I would suggest like BNS or BMO. I also know people mention TD, so look at all those Canadian bank stocks. And let me show you guys the reference of June 8th that I want to talk about. So you guys might be wondering, why am I talking about June 8th? Who cares about June 8th? But if you look at this article right here, there was some good news that came out on June 8th. So theme parks began reopening, like Six Flags reopened, Las Vegas casinos reopened their doors. There was a lot of good positive news coming out about the economy reopening, and obviously this is before cases surged. But look at the reflection it had in the stock market, and this is why I'm saying that if you bought these stocks now, at least what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to buy some of these now so when another good wave of good news comes out, I'm going to make a good amount of money, and I'll just show you how much money you stand to make. So again, this is just my take on it, but I wanted to look at this. So win is currently at 73.58, but if we flashed back to June 8th, just off some good news, look, they're at 108. They were trading at 108 that day, and nothing changed for them. All that happened was some good news came out. Same thing with a stock like Royal Caribbean. Nothing changed for these guys. They didn't have any cruises go out. Nothing happened. But if we flash back a month, on June 8th, they were trading around 75 bucks, and today they're at 50. So that's just about a $25 difference. So I'm just showing you guys how much of a gain you could make on these stocks just based off some good news. Say cases go down and the economy reopens, and in September, the cruises, say they're allowed to book again, I'm sure we're going to see a surge in their price. So I'm just trying to point out some good deals here. If you didn't want to gamble as much, you could go with something like Boeing or even the bank stocks. So a month ago, Boeing is at 230, and that's already a $50 difference right there. And I really think Boeing is a great company. But let's look at a stock like a Canadian bank stock. Where were they a month ago? So on June 8th, they're at 58. Yeah, it's only a $6 difference, but that's still a good deal for this company. And it's a lot safer of a bet if you wanted to go on the more conservative route. So that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to point out how I'm going to play this market and the deals that I've been seeing. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. As always, please like and subscribe. There's some free stocks in the description if you sign up with Robinhood or WeBull. And have a good one, guys.